Hi, Talofalava. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our Lionsgate 8-8 Prosperity Portal Ceremony. My name is Hanale. I am very honored and excited to hold ceremony with you today. And I am really stoked with what we're going to be doing. For those who aren't aware of, or if this is your first time, welcome. And just to give you a little background of what 8-8 is, this is a very powerful time for manifesting in your desires, realigning anything that needs to be in alignment, or to just bring balance and harmony back into your space, into your life. In numerology, the number 8 can be associated with harmony, balance. It's also really good for those who are looking to call in financial abundance and success in any endeavors that you are looking or working towards. And what I'm really excited about this ceremony in particular is that I will briefly be going over a meditation to take you through this portal of prosperity. A little more background history or background information about 8-8. It is actually a portal, and so what is happening here, you have the star Sirius, the sun, and then the earth coming into alignment. This is what's going to help bring in that enhanced manifestation. This is what's going to help bring in that oomph. What's really exciting about this is that it happens after Lammas, and so if you follow the Wheel of the Year, portal in particular, this opens up around July 26th, 28th, really depends on the source that you get this from, but it hits its peak on 8/8, and so that's why typically we will do a pre-recorded ceremony so that you can play this in your own time zone anywhere at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Just to help magnify those energies of 8/8, and then the portal will remain open until 8/12. So towards the end of ceremony today, I will be giving a few little tips and tricks to help integrate what it is that you're manifesting or what you're calling in today. Reason why I made a connection with Lammas. Lammas falls usually in the Northern Hemisphere on August 1st. And this is usually a beautiful time for, it's the first harvest on the Wheel of the Year. And so this is a beautiful time to show gratitude for all that you're calling in. If you joined me for our Lamma ceremony, one of the main things I spoke on is to let go, release, and just appreciate and show gratitude for what it is that you already had. This is actually one of my favorite ways to, just stay up to date and keep up with my own manifestations. I will set the seeds or plant the seeds when things come into fruition, when things are harvested or ready to be harvested. I will show gratitude, let go of what no longer serves, so that I can then make room for bigger and better things. And so Lionsgate, this is going to happen during Leo season, so you got all that courage, and it's a very fiery sign, very passionate sign that I've noticed too. And so this is all driving in right now to help bring your manifestations into your reality. I'm going to go ahead and cover, if you opted in for our kit, I'm going to go ahead and cover what you would have received in your kit. As always, you are your biggest, or the main tool. Your power and your intent is what matters most. So it's okay if you didn't opt in for the kit and you just wanted to sit in for meditation. That's perfectly fine. But for those who did get the kit, this is what you should have received. First, we have our manifestation mat here. This has the Hindu goddess Durga Mata. So one of the first things you're going to notice here, we have different categories. We have love, health, creativity, money, just to help spark some inspiration in regards to your manifestations. Since this is pre-recorded, something I would like to recommend is take a moment to sit with your tools, go through each category, and then come back. Once you've figured out, okay, this is what I want to write down for this category, this is what I would like to do for that category, I encourage you to come back. Yeah, so like I said, in the middle you'll see a depiction of Durga Mata. She's the Hindu goddess. She's all about strength and protection and power. She's seen typically depicted riding a lion, and what she does and helps us do is bring about divine balance again. And so just like in writing everything, I mentioned earlier that the number 8 in numerology is very good for bringing in balance. I also want to make note that this year, 2024, this is I feel it's going to be heightened even more, bringing about those balances, because 2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8. And so not only are we having 8, this powerful portal happening now, it's going to be in 8 year. Next up in your toolkit, you would have received your hourglass. This is going to be the main tool that I would be working with for our meditation. It measures out to roughly 15 minutes. And what this is going to help you do is fall into a flow state, fall into meditation, just to really help zone in to your manifestations and help bring those into reality. And then you have a gridding set. I'm going to go ahead and go briefly over how you could potentially create your grid and how you could activate your grid. What we didn't include though is the centerpiece. You could place your hourglass in the center, or any quartz bearing generator to help activate it. But in here we have our red petrified wood. So this is going to be a beautiful grounding stone, great for stability and for added protection. Then we also have our Sanskrit jaspers. So this is going to help you see your projects, your goals, all the way through completion. You also have a chrysanthemum stone. It's also known as the flower stone. And all this information too you can find online. This is going to help you bring in that balance and harmony. It's also going to help you navigate and understand what lies within. And so you also have a tumbled citrine. This is actually one of my favorite forms of quartz. I'm a quartz girl. I have all the forms of quartz that I can get my hands on. But citrine in particular, it's very great for abundance and success. It's in connection with your solar plexus. But what I really appreciate about working with citrine, so let me get that in focus for you, is that it provides mental clarity. And so, yes, great for money magic, money drawing, bringing in abundance, but it also helps provide that clarity when manifesting in, your heart's desire. And then we also have magnetite and spinel, these little ones here, about 4 each. And magnetite, think of it kind of like a magnet to draw in all your desires. And then spinel is the powerful manifestation stone. This is going to help you kind of go with the flow and help move past any resistance that you may be noticing, and just allowing any of the energies to manifest through you. And so again, state of flow, similar idea that we had with the hourglass here, into a state of flow. You also have clear quartz points here, and then the yellow aura quartz points, and yellow typically is associated with the solar plexus. So these in particular, this is all about confidence, joy, and optimism. And then clear quartz, many of us know, you can program it. It's going to magnify and amplify all of the energies of the surrounding stones and any of the herbs and oils that you plan on using with this kit. Speaking of herbs and oils, we have our manifestation incense blend. This is a beautiful loose blend. You don't have to burn it if you don't want to. You don't have to use it just as incense, but because it is loose like this, I do recommend using like a charcoal disc, which is what I have burning here actually. And so we have red sandalwood. This is going to be great for deepening meditation, calming your mind. And then we also have cacao nibs. This is heart opening. Frankincense is one of my favorite resins to work with for purification, and then helping you release what no longer serves you. We have cinnamon, and I will talk about cinnamon for days if you let me. Cinnamon's a beautiful stone, not stone, but a beautiful herb or spice rather, for manifestation, calling in abundance. I use it in tandem with clove, and sometimes I'll just get some cinnamon powder, blow it through the front door, and what that's going to do is draw in that spirit of prosperity and abundance. It smells really nice too, washing your hands in cinnamon to draw in more abundance. And then we also have allspice. This is great for good health, magnifying your intentions of any of the other herbs that are in this blend, or any other blends you decide to create with this. And then lastly, we have cedar. And cedar is great for protecting, preserving, and cleansing. So I like to use cedar with rosemary sometimes, cedar and frankincense, all about purifying, cleansing, and clearing the space. And then we also have our prosperity candle and perfume. The notes that you're going to find here, we have mint, which is for deep healing of the mind, body, and spirit. Cassie, which is going to help enhance your meditation. Mate, this is what's going to reveal whatever it is that might be holding you back. And so this is a beautiful oil to work with when looking for that clarity, to help let go of what's not serving you, maybe letting go of any hesitations or any obstacles that you may have put in your own way. I like working with mate that way. We also have Elemi, which is a very transcending oil. This is going to be great for transcending the soul into the next realm. I also like to use it because it's a very upper chakra oil, connecting with any angel guides or guides up there. And then we have Orange Blossom, which is going to help with, kind of lasering in your focus. Also smells quite amazing, in my opinion. And so each perfume, we have clear quartz just to help amplify those intentions. Similar notes in the candle. I believe we have ginger, though, for stoking your inner fire. And I think that's very appropriate, considering that we are still very much in the middle of Leo season now. And again, the lions with their roar, I really appreciate their passion, their energy. I'm an Aquarius, and so I always joke when it comes to my fire sign sisters that I appreciate your energy, and my goal is just to be your hype man. I'm the one fanning your flames. Yeah, so those are the tools that are included in your kit. With that, I'm going to go ahead and open our circle. And again, if you're new and you're wondering, okay, so we've been opening circle, we've been casting circles, what are circles good for? If you've never cast circle before, circles are great for kind of creating a boundary in which you can raise energy, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're raising this energy, and when we are manifesting, it's important to create that sacred container to kind of keep everything that you want in and keep out anything that doesn't belong in the space. I've got some Palo Santo and some of the manifestation incense blend burning right now just to help cleanse. The smoke cleansing your space before casting circle is also a beautiful practice to incorporate. And so as I do this, I'm visualizing a circle of white light surrounding me. You'll see that and many other practitioners will use either selenite, clear quartz, whatever's terminated, would work too. And for me personally, again, it's that white light surrounding me and creating this space now, creating this container. And what I'm going to do next is just call in the directions of my guides, just be in this space with me. I look to the east, to the guardians of air, they who breathe life into us. I invite you into the circle and ask that you take us up in your wings of inspiration, of hope, to the direction of east, of new beginnings. Then I look to the south, to the element of fire, the flames of creativity, inspiration, and passion. I invite you into our circle. I look to the west, to the element of water, to the guardians of the water, the energies of the ebb and the flow, reminding us to stay fluid in our movements, stay fluid in our manifestations, and helping us to release all that does not serve us, and letting go, allowing the waves to take them, so that we may make room for what is to come. Then I look to the north, the element of earth, Mother Earth. I ask that you provide us stability, keep us in your nurturing arms as we go through ceremony. To the guides above, the angels above, the ancestors below, to all the guides within. We invite you into our space. Then finally to the element of spirit, that which binds us together, brings us together, and provides balance. We invite you into our circle. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and light my candle, which of course represents the element of fire. And then I'm going to anoint myself with our perfume. I personally like to do the wrists and palms for all that I'm going to create or do today. I like to do my throat just to help with my words, just to help with whatever it is that I'm speaking, so that it may be spoken in such a way that everyone can understand and that it's clear and loud. And then lastly, I like to do the bottoms of my feet. If I can't reach that, I'll do the ankles, and this is just to help bless my steps. That mate in there is really, really powerful. I love that. Yeah, so we are going to dive in again about 8-8 and then just what this means for us. This is where I'm going to take a moment and invite you to, if you haven't already, go through the sections on the board here and think about, what do I want to manifest in each of these areas? What is calling to me? Something that I noticed, because we are still very much in the middle of Mercury retrograde, it's actually been kicking my butt this past week. Technical difficulties, blast from the past is coming through, and what I do appreciate about having it happen around this portal is that this is encouraging us to take a moment to stop, pause, and to reflect a little bit, and so to be mindful of what it is that I'm calling in. Of course, whenever manifesting, something I like to say is, as long as it's within my, or for my highest good. I don't make it a habit to ask for 10 billion things and just like wing it and pray about it. But when I do approach spirit, when I approach my ancestors, approach my guides, I always say, for my highest good, as I call in my desires. So we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my mat here. And so what I'm going to do is fill in half. So I thought about half of what I would like to get done before meditation. So I'm going to start off with my love section. And when it comes to love, what I'd like to call in, you should have also received a whiteboard marker, so sorry about that, in your kit to write down your, be it affirmations, manifestations, just to help get the idea. I'm very much a pen and paper person, and so having my goals written out helps. So for love, I'm going to sit on it for a bit. I'm going to say, for my highest good. I call in the love I deserve. And of course, when you're writing out your manifestation, when you're writing out your goals, whenever you're writing out in each section, it doesn't have to be super fancy with the wording. You could simply say, I am a beacon of love. You can write down affirmations, or I call in more self-love. And so it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be, it could be platonic or even self-love. And then the next thing, I'm going to turn the wheel clockwise into my category of fun. Again, I'm doing about half, and then I'll be going into meditation. And so for fun, a little background about me, I have quite a few Scorpio placements, specifically my moon and rising. And so my disposition, I can be a very serious or come off as a very intense person. And I have been told that, Hanalei, I think you should lighten up a little bit. And so that's very well what I'm going to write down in this section is I allow myself to have more fun. Just go ahead and sit with that. And then turning clockwise again. I personally am now in peace. This is the category that I'm going to be writing in. And so when it comes to peace, I'll think about any areas of my life I feel need to have balance brought to it, revolving around peace. And for me, I'll probably say something like, I'll keep it simple. I invite let me erase that. More peace and harmony into my space. So one of the practices I like to do, or something I really like to do to help invite that spirit of peace or invite that energy of peace, is I'll pray often. And this has a lot to do with my upbringing. I grew up in a Christian background. The power of prayer is something that's still very sacred to me because it's, you can tie it into your petitions to your guides, guardians, ancestors. And so when I feel like things are chaotic, the waters are a little too choppy for me, I'll sit before my altar, I'll sit before my space, my sacred space, and I'll pray. And so that's one of the few ways I like to bring in more peace. And then I'm going to turn it once more. Because remember, I'm doing half, and then I'll be going into our meditation for today. Happiness. When I think of happiness, I think of joy as well. I believe it was Marie Kondo when she was teaching us how to simplify our life. Something she said, if it sparks joy, then keep it, roughly quotations there. And so I may just tie that into my manifestation of happiness. I will be open and receiving to what sparks joy. I think I'm going to keep it there for now. We have sex, money, creativity, and health left. What I'm going to do for me, especially after meditation, is I'm going to come back, write out more of my manifestations, or even little bullet points of how I would like to achieve these manifestations or goals, just to kind of keep it structured for me personally. But this will be maybe towards the end a little bit more. And if one thing I like to tell people is that for this, I don't mind showing these examples, but when it comes to things that are a little more closer, nearer to my heart, like any intentions that I want to set, any goals, manifestations I want to bring about, I try not to express it too much. I like to keep things to myself. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and transition this over to meditation. So, space is cleansed, our circle is cast. I've got about half of my desires written out, or affirmations written out. And we're going to dive into gritting after this. But for now, I'd like to invite you to find a comfortable position to sit in. A space to sit and relax. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn over my hourglass here. Again, this is about 15 minutes. If you will, go ahead and take a nice deep breath with me. Before I start our meditation, I'd like to thank our guides, our guardians, and our spirits for being in this space with us, our ancestors for help guiding us to our highest good and allowing us to do the work to bring more alignment into our space. And I invite you to close your eyes during meditation and just listen to the drum and follow my voice as I guide you through our prosperity portal. And bring your awareness to your body. You're taking nice deep belly breaths, filling your lungs, expanding the diaphragm, filling it with air. See how deep of a breath you can take. How deep can you go? I invite you to look at your toes a little bit. Again, just feeling out your body. Releasing any tension. Where are your shoulders right now? Is there any tension in your neck? I want you to just allow it to release, let it go. Roll your shoulders back if you feel pulled to, just to help release any of that tension. I would like to invite into this space Durgamata, goddess of strength, protection, and power, riding bravely on her lion. I ask that you guide us today through the portal. With your eyes still closed, I want you to envision and visualize a golden portal before you. As the tension slowly leaves your body, taking with it all that no longer serves you, all that no longer belongs in this new chapter, letting it go. I want you to look up and notice any details that pop out to you with this portal, this golden light, prosperity, of abundance, confidence, and of power. And up ahead, we see Durgamata riding her lion. Beckoning us to take a leap of faith and knowing that she, our guides, and our ancestors are going to guide us to prosperity and abundance in alignment with our highest good. Staring into this portal, when you're ready, take a step forward. Durgamata takes us now, instilling confidence, power, ensuring us that we are safe, we are protected in this portal. letting us know that all that our heart desires, everything in alignment with our highest good, will come to us. And in this portal, we see facets, windows even, into the possibilities of our manifestation. I encourage you to look into one. Watch as you see yourself living in the reality that you wish for, basking in the joy and the happiness. Watching as you see yourself with that new job, that promotion, full, clean bill of health, stepping into your power, surrounded by all the love that you desire, you deserve, and that you are worthy of. All these little realities in this portal, everything showing you that it is possible. Remember, you are safe, you are secure, you are guided by your ancestors, your guides, your angels. As you continue walking through this portal, floating through this portal, looking into the windows and seeing every reality that can be made possible. Feeling as you would when it comes into reality. Noticing any symbols, any sigils, any signs coming through while sitting or walking through this portal. Walking beside Durga Mata as she lends you her strength and her power, offering her protection, inviting you to bring balance and alignment to your space, reminding you that you are abundant, that you are worthy, that you are powerful. She invites you now to slowly make your way back out of the portal. And you take with you the knowing, in alignment with your highest good, all that you ask to come will come, reminding you that you have the power and that you are ready. We see the portal before us again, this time just a little different. That same beautiful golden energy, that beautiful golden light is still there. But as you look closer, you start seeing flecks of diamond. So take another deep breath. When you're ready to step through, know that all that you saw, all that you desired, in alignment with your highest good, will follow you back through this portal. With Durga Mata leading the way, you follow her. When you're ready, take that step. So before you come back, go ahead and take more deep breaths. Slowly coming back to your body. Starting with your toes again, wiggling them around, moving your ankles, just slowly coming back. Then I'd like to take a moment here and show gratitude for Durga Mata for taking us through the portal, guiding us and keeping us safe. And when you're ready, take your time. Go ahead and open your eyes. So that's it's a meditation that I like to do, going through the portals and looking through the windows of possibility. And the reason I did half of my manifestations or my intentions is so that after going through the portal, it allows me opportunity to see what else is out there. Because again, in alignment with my highest good, not everything that I want necessarily is going to align with what I need, you know? And so what I'm going to do next is briefly go over how you can create a grid here. This is, again, where I would recommend placing a generator, an obelisk, something quartz bearing in the center. And so I have half of mine written out. My hourglass is just slowly but surely coming down now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the center blank for now. But when it comes to the affirmations, intentions that I've already laid down, be mindful of the stones that I choose. So remember, the red petrified wood, this is grounding, stability, and this is something I'm going to place, face it this way to you, perhaps in the north. North is an association with the earth. The earth is very nurturing, very stable of an element. And so northern towards the top here is where I'm going to place this. And then we have our Sanskrit jasper. This is, again, helping you see projects and goals through completion. I'm going to place this here towards the south, because I'm a very creative person and a lot of my projects revolve around creativity or playing into my creativity. Next up we have our chrysanthemum stone. This is Stone of Harmony and Balance. I'm going to place this towards, let me make sure I got my directions right, y'all. The west. And west is all about water, the ebb and flow, and then releasing and clearing what no longer serves. And of course, lastly, I'm going to place my templed citrine. I told you this is perfect for mental clarity. The realm of the mind is ruled by air. Communication is there as well. And then when I'm ready to fully activate my grid, that's when I'll start placing my generator, obelisk. I like to use spheres sometimes. And then we have our points. And so we have joy, optimism, and confidence and power with the yellow ones. And when you're creating your grid, when you're setting your grid, one thing we like to recommend is if you are looking to draw that power towards you or bring that power towards you, to face the points inward. And I like to go in a clockwise motion, because again, I'm drawing in all this towards me, bringing all this in. This one's actually double terminated, if you can see there. And so now we're going to be channeling energy in and out, and I think it's going to be a very interesting point on the grid once activated. Place that there. And then let's say you were creating a grid to help others, you would face it out. But again, this is more for me this time around. I'll go ahead and place my crystal points every other, so I create a bit of a pattern. Yeah, I think that one is also a double turn. Fun. And then towards the middle, that's where I'll put my little stones. So let me just move this closer to you. Just to kind of give you an idea. You don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. Follow your intuition, follow your gut. I think I'm going to, you know what, that's what I'll do. Place my magnetite like so. And then one of my spinels, I actually used it for a different project in relation to today's ritual. I'm going to place this here, kind of like in a triangle form. And so let's say I had my generator sitting here. You could activate, or you would activate it. I like to use double term wands. It's one of the ways I was taught. And so with one point up towards source, the universe, to help draw down that energy, you would activate the center. I like to go from north or from above all the way around, and so you would activate the generator to each stone and back, and so you hit everything in this direction and then follow through in that pattern clockwise. And then you would just do the opposite if you were looking to deactivate. So this is how I would set up my grid. I highly recommend you cleanse, clean all your tools before using them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed meditation. Again, the portal is open until the 12th, typically. And what I like to do is kind of go through everything when I finish mapping out all my desires. And this is something that I was taught to, one of my mentors taught me this, is to go through your intention and sit with it and set a timer for 17 seconds. I think it's beautiful because it's giving you enough time to form the thought and to apply feeling to it to bring that manifestation in, but it's short enough to, you're not bogged down by, well, how, or the why, or you don't leave enough room for any doubt or hesitation to come through when sitting with your intention. Very similarly to the portals or to the windows that we look through, you already had it. Everything that you were calling in, it was there, you had it. And so when you do this exercise, the 17 seconds, I encourage you and invite you to sit with it, set your timer for 17 seconds, and then just visualize yourself already living it. You're not worried about the how, you're not worried about the steps to get there, it's there, you've got it. and just really sit in that energy, that visualization, and in that intention. I love too that it was 17, because 1 plus 7 is 8. And so this is all about harmony, balance, success, and just enhancing your manifestations. I believe the back here is magnetic, so when you're ready or when you're done, if you don't want to opt for the gridding, you very well could hang it up on the fridge or hang it up somewhere so that you can see it every day. If you're the type that likes to manifest and see it every day, that could be a beautiful way to utilize this mat. But with that, I want to thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and close our circle. I'd like to thank our ancestors, our angel guides, and spirit for being in this space with us. We show you reverence and gratitude. We thank you for bringing balance. And with gratitude, we release you. To the spirit of Durgamata, thank you for guiding us through meditation today. We show you reverence, and with gratitude, we release you. We look to the north, to the element of earth, and we thank you for your stability, for your nurturing, and for your protection, and your grounding. With gratitude, we release you. To the west, to the ebb and flow, we thank you for allowing us to surrender and to release what no longer serves and to bring balance. And with gratitude, we release you. To the south, fires of passion, creativity, of courage. We thank you for that spark of initiation, that spark of inspiration, that spark of courage and passion. And with gratitude, we release you. Finally, but not least, we look to the east, the element of air. With your hope, your inspiration, reminding us of the new day and the new dawn. We thank you for being in this space with us. And with gratitude, we release you. And with that, we say, Amen, Aho, and so it is. Yeah. Thank you guys again for joining us today for 8-8. I encourage you to dig deeper too and do your own research and see what calls to you, what resonates with you, and how you can further your practice, how maybe you want to spend more time in the portal. I highly encourage that. Just a little housekeeping here. We do have some events. If you're in our apothecary class, we have Rock Talk with Robin on Monday, 8-12. This is going to be at 4 p.m. And then next week we also have our live gem and mineral show. So if you want to come and see some beautiful jewelry, some awesome pieces for your collection, join us for SGTV. That's going to be next Tuesday, 8/13 at 4 p.m. as well. And we have, again, for our apothecary students, session 2 with Arula. She's going to go through embodiments, movements, and it's going to be a really interesting class, guys. So that's going to be next week, Wednesday, on 8/14 at 4 p.m. as well. Again, my name is Hanalei. Very thankful to be here with you guys, and happy 8-8. Bye.